hope you guys are all doing well today. And I told you guys I had a few questions in queue. Here's a couple from Piazza Research. First, I was going to do them separately, but I think they're better done together. So would love to get your take on altcoins and do a video on proof of stake. So let's dig into it. So, what's my take on altcoins? Well, first of all, I'll disclose I do own some. I do not know which altcoins are going to make it. I don't know if Bitcoin is going to make it. But I have a strong belief that Bitcoin will make it. And I have a strong belief that some of the altcoins are going to make it. And by estimates, I would say 98% won't. So, doing the math right now, I think there's about 18,000 altcoins. If you go 2%, that means that 360 of the 18,000 will probably still be around. And I also believe that there's some that haven't been created yet that will likely become big players at some point. So, and I do want to say that I'm a little biased. My background is in software engineering. I have a computer science degree, a bachelor's and a master's. So that leaves me more I have more of a tendency to believe in software, which alts are really based on. So alts to me means there's a lot, a lot of them are smart contract based, which means that we're going to move a lot of decision making from people's heads onto the internet and onto the blockchain. So that's where my basis of altcoins really lies. Now, if you took a gun to my head and told me I can only buy one crypto asset, the decision for me would be very easy. It would just be Bitcoin. And in fact, sometimes I kind of wish somebody would. It make things a lot easier. But there's no question there that Bitcoin would be the crypto asset of my choice if I could only choose one. So what my strategy has been with altcoins is that I try and do research to pick ones I think have a lot of use to them, and those are the ones that I invest in. And what I have done with the ones that have done well is that once I get to a certain point, I start taking some of the investment off the table and I sell it into Bitcoin. So I'm kind of using altcoins to build up my Bitcoin position. Now, the next question was to do a review or give some details on what is proof of stake, and I guess what are my thoughts on proof of stake. So, just really quick, let's compare it to proof of work. Proof of work is the consensus mechanism used by Bitcoin, and proof of stake is the consensus mechanism used by a lot of altcoins. So, in proof of work, in order to get awarded a block, you need to solve basically a math problem faster than anyone else in order to get awarded the uh, responsibility of mining the next block. And in proof of stake, you're kind of just picked. There's an algorithm uh, based on how much you put up as stake. So that's why they call it proof of stake. You're putting up your assets. So basically, your coins are getting put in as collateral for your stake in the network. And so you're more likely to get picked if you have more stake um, for to validate the next block. Now, in proof of work, there's a block reward that you get paid. So that's the incentive for miners is to get the block reward. In validate proof of stake, the validators don't receive a block reward. Instead, they collect transaction fees as a reward. So in both cases, at least in this depiction here, it says that you need a 51% in order to make an attack. And I think this is a little misleading. I think that proof of work is much more distributed, especially in Bitcoin's case, because it's such a large network and there's so much hash power. There's no doubt that it would be much more difficult to hack into the Bitcoin network than any proof of stake network. So just to drive the understanding a little bit further, so proof of work is kind of like these are all the miners; they're all lined up at the starting line, right? And it's just a race. Whoever finished first is going to get awarded to mine the next block. Proof of stake is a little different. So all of the validators are putting their stake up, and they get raffle tickets according to how much they've put up for stake. So some validators have more chances to win the validation in the next block than others, depending on how much they put up for stake. And that, there's an algorithm that factors in a number of things, but the most prevalent factor is going to be how much stake you put up, and that's going to determine how many raffle tickets you get to put in the jar, which will increase your likelihood of validating the next block. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing and like if you liked the video. Have a question, send it to me. If I think I have an answer, I'll create a video to respond. And comments are welcome. Thanks, guys.